It's Super Sunday. It's the second match of the blockbuster Super Sunday doubleheader, and it's nothing. The best game of the season, as we always wait for this El Clasico, Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings. I wonder when BCCI was thinking of the fixture. The first doubleheader of the season, and they've given Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings at Chepauk as one of the games. Blockbuster clash. I have Rohan with me, two of the heavyweights facing off against each other in the first game of the season. It cannot get any better than that.
As you said, the entertainment season starts for all the IPL fans, and CSK versus MI, as you said, El Clasico. Nothing gets bigger than this, man. I mean, two teams which have the most number of IPL trophies and successful
Absolutely.
former captains. Now a new regime is there, so I think in every sense of the word, a blockbuster to watch out for on Sunday.
Absolutely. You said former captains winning the titles for 5 times each, but Mahendra Singh Dhoni, can we unofficially but still think about one last time with this t-shirt that he wore coming into the season?
Yeah, definitely not. As you said, the one other time, I think one last time, because it felt like something was incomplete. Last time when CSK got knocked out against RCB at Chinnaswamy, though by a very close margin. So I think that's where one last time kind of the edit comes in. But it'll be a blockbuster season, and we know what he's capable of. We saw the practice sessions, how well he's striking them against Patirana and co. So I think
100%.
the body has still got some gas left in it, and I think it's just entertainment for any of you, whether it's a CSK or MI. End of the day, MS Dhoni is a legend of an Indian cricket, and you want to see such kind of guys have a good time, irrespective of the team's performance. You want these guys on a kind of a pedestal that you've seen them. You want
100%.
those vintage shots coming in and the helicopter going on.
Helicopter.
It makes everyone happy, right?
100%. But you said on the other hand, a former Indian captain, Indian T20 captain, who ended off his reigns in T20Is with a World Cup to his name, Rohit Sharma, will play under the leadership of starting with Suryakumar Yadav and then with Hardik Pandya. He's going to enjoy his time for sure in this format now, because he knows there's no more international cricket left in this format for him. A lot of legacy is left for him in ODIs and Test. People are saying, when are you going to retire? He's not going to retire anytime soon. And why will he retire if he has won 2 ICC trophies inside 9 months? He's good enough, he's fit enough. But what about the head-to-head clash between these two teams? The last 5 times these two teams met each other? Rohan, let's take a look into the numbers. The numbers say so. The Chennai Super Kings have dominated this fixture in the last 5 occasions. Just one victory for the men in blue, while men in yellow have won it 4 times. Way back in 2022 at the Wankhede Stadium, it was a low-scoring game where MI defeated Chennai Super Kings. It was just Chennai was bundled out for 97 and MI chased it out comfortably. Anything different can you expect? Because Chennai do not like facing Mumbai Indians at Chepauk.
Agreed to that, but again, it's been a long time, and also new faces have come in. It's a new bunch of players there, so I'm not sure how much the past records count, because at the end of the day, the conditions will be similar for both teams. You need to adapt, and first game of the season for both teams, so it'll be kind of new to gel along with the new bunch of players. The strategies will be slightly different. You can't go by this old 3-year cycle that happened. So I think this will be slightly a fresh start for both the teams, I feel, and also the dew, the conditions, all those things will also make a part. So yes, I can say Rohit Sharma, the kind of recent past performance he had, it was a bit mixed bag. In the white ball format, he was looking the king that he is, but in the red ball, he was struggling. We saw in the tour down under. But I feel the last few months, at least during the Champions Trophy, etc., I think we saw that vintage Rohit back, the full shots. And the kind of a flyer start that he was getting the team onto. I think only thing in IPL for him, he's not the captain anymore. Hardik is, of course, he is available in the first game, and Surya will lead. I think it'll free him up a bit more. That freedom should make him play a bit more those enterprising shots. Maybe not necessarily go on to a big score, but create that impact within the power play and make sure Mumbai Indians.
I think he's going to continue to play the fearless nature of cricket, which he has been playing for India in the white ball cricket. But you said about a lot of things have changed, a lot of faces have gone here and there. We're so used to seeing Deepak Chahar with the new ball steaming in, wearing a yellow jersey, with Mahendra Singh Dhoni setting the field. Now it's going to be Deepak Chahar bowling to somebody like Ruturaj Gaikwad or Devon Conway on the other end.
Yeah, the shoes on the other foot right now. But I think he's used to the conditions. I think under MS is what the Deepak Chahar grew into the player that he was at RPS initially, and then into CSK mold. I think Mumbai also will give him that same kind of a freedom to express himself. And also, I think he'll have a slightly higher role, not just with the new ball. He may have to ball at the back half of balls as well. And I think he has improved a bit, bowling the slowed cutters and the slow
Knuckle
bouncers,
balls.
etc. knuckleballs. So I think it'll be a good challenge for him up against his old teammates, because he's also familiar
100%.
with their strengths and weaknesses. So it'll be a good contest to watch out for cricket fans at least.
Absolutely true that. But when it comes to head to head between these two teams, overall head to head, 37 times these two teams have met each other. CSK 70 times victorious, Mumbai Indians are 20-time victorious. And when I said before at Chepauk, 7 matches, twice only Chennai Super Kings have managed to defeat Mumbai Indians, compared to the men in blue dominating and winning it 5 times. So, how much confident do you think Mumbai Indians will come into this fixture, though they do not have two big guns in this side this time around?
I think in terms of confidence, Mumbai Indians will never be low, man. The kind of power-packed star lineups these guys have, the backroom staff, everyone's a gun player within their
Yep,
squad. So I think confidence will not be really a factor for MI. It's just that on the day how they perform as a unit, because as I said, first game of the season, sometimes
yep,
certain things will not be gelled up well. They'll still be trying to see what works well, which are the
yep.
areas that they need to rectify, and those kind of small instances where people can express themselves or not, hold themselves a little bit back. I think that will be the gauging factor initially. So I think overall MI, they are a good formidable unit, especially with Surya being a pretty cool, calm, collective guy in the captaincy for this particular game. Even with Hardik, I think is a pretty much a chill guy. So I think Mumbai will not really take too much of pressure. They are, as you said, they have a good record there, and I'm pretty sure within the think tank and the analyst, they'll be boosting the players' confidence, making sure that they're in the right frame of mind getting into
True.
the game, because against CSK, every bit of confidence will count.
Absolutely. Every bit of confidence game will definitely go down to the wire. This is a high voltage game, and we definitely expect that. What about the conditions? Pitch report of the Chidambaram Stadium. Rohan, let's take a look into the numbers. 85 matches have been played at this venue in the Indian Premier League. 49 times the team batting first have been victorious. 36 times only the team chasing have been victorious. But recently the numbers have been different because of the heavy dew that is coming out. 42 times the captain winning the toss have won the game, compared to 43 times the captain losing the toss. If you're given the captain's hat, Rohan, now win the toss, evening game, chase.
Yeah, since it's an evening game, I think that's where the decisive factor will be in trying to go for a chase. And nowadays, generally, if the pitches are good, teams do like to chase, unless it's slowing down a bit, or some if it's a day game, maybe bat in the heat. But generally, teams do prefer to chase, and I'm pretty sure teams win the toss, they'll look to chase and do well at the end.
Okay, so you're saying chasing the ball will now nicely come onto the bat in the second innings. Due factor will be there, but there's a good news if you're in the bowling side in the second innings. New rules have come out. Saliva rules is definitely there for all the games, but especially for conditions like these evening games, second new ball will be there. It's not a new ball, but it's going to be a semi-new ball from the 11th over. If the umpires, I wonder how much pressure will be on the match officials. If the umpires feel it right, if there's heavy dew, a second ball will be given to the fielding side in the second innings of the 11th over. Do you think advantage a little bit to the second innings team?
I think it'll balance out the game a little more. It'll make it an even
Correct.
contest rather than a bit of a lopsided games that we don't want at the back of the contest. I think even the spinners will be brought in, because pitches at
You
Chennai
can
do
grip the
help
ball. Yeah.
slip a little more. If it was due, as you know, you're just coming onto the bat straight up and not much deviation. So I think that will give the little bit of a good even contest between bat and ball. So I think it'll become a better watch for any audience. I think rather than saying chasing team will have 100% advantage, I think this will give a little more 50-50 kind of a balance, so that it will become more exciting. And also, since it's maybe not a new ball, as you said, a semi-new at least, some bit of reverse swing also can be a factor, which will give the
Yeah.
pacers also some kind of
100%.
advantage. They can get their lengths right.
Absolutely rightly mentioned about the reverse swing. But talking about a little bit of injury update and suspension update, Mumbai Indians captain Hardik Pandya will be unavailable for the first game because of a suspension update, which is coming on for the last game of the season of the previous edition. Slow over rate is what we know, and we all remember now. And Suryakumar Yadav will lead the side. Thoughts on that, please? And also talking about the injury update, huge blow. No, Jasprit Bumrah expected not to be in the initial part of the tournament. Do you think he's going to be a player? His unavailability is going to be play a huge role for the Mumbai Indians bowling unit.
I mean, any team just is not available, it'll be a huge blow, man. I mean, he's a world class bowler. He can ball at any stage of the game, pick you wickets, contain runs. I mean, he's a greatest bowler for India in this T20 format, and of course the other formats as well. But I think teams know now that his availability will be touch and go at times. We need to preserve him for the India leg that will be happening
Yep.
the Tour of England coming up after the IPL. I think that's much more important than the IPL, where maybe the
True.
fag end of it, you can just give him a fitness test in the games. I feel rather than pushing him over the limit and making him break down or anything. So I think he's a prized asset for India. Keep him in cotton wool, preserve him as much as possible, and let him lose at the important games rather than sometimes IPL. Back half of the matches will be much more safer for Indian fan is what I feel. But coming to the
100% true.
ban, bit strong. I felt last year's may should not have been carried over. I think rightly the BCCI has
Yeah.
revoked such suspensions of the captains from this year onwards. There's the fines and these things will be applied. So I think that's fine. Last year's thing should be kept there. People have moved on, players have moved on, fresher team, and also for what all that he had to go through last year, Hardik. I think this just was the cherry on top. I think could have been avoided for him. But I think he's a chilled guy. It won't really matter him. And Surya is an Indian T20 captain as well. So I think in terms of leadership, this thing it will not affect
Yeah.
MI so much. But moving forward, BCS has done the right thing, making sure the slow overrate offenses are not carried forward to the next seasons.
Absolutely. No more bans for captains if there is a slow word. It just keeping it to the fines that is going to be applied. What about the strategies? That is comes a rapid fire question session. Rohan, over to you. 60 seconds will be provided to you. Rapid fire question. Your time starts now. Who will pick more wickets between Ravichandran Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja tomorrow?
I think the homeboy is back at his Amboden. I think so. I'm just picking Ravichandran Ashwin.
Okay. Which overseas opener between Devon Conway and Ryan Rickelton will score more runs?
Um, I'm going for Conway because he's used to the conditions. I think, yeah, recent form hasn't been up to the class of Conway, but I'll pick Conway.
How many dismissals will Mahendra Singh Dhoni be involved in?
Tala, I'll pick three.
Three, okay. And how? Which skipper between Suryakumar Yadav and Ruturaj Gaikwad will have a better day?
Better day, as in terms of runs, then I'll
Yeah.
go for Ruturaj Gaikwad because I think he's much more calmer in the sense. And Surya, I'm not sure how well his domestic form is, so I'll go for Gaikwad.
Okay, Gaikwad is your choice. You have made your 4 predictions. It's done and dusted. We'll see at the end of the match whether how many you get right, how many you don't get right. That's all we have for you. Moving into the players to watch out for. 3 players from each side have gone out with Rohan. Here are the names. Ravichandran Ashwin, Matisha Patiran, and Sam Curran are my 3 players to watch out for CSK. Rohit Sharma, Tilak Verma, and Trent Bolt are for the Mumbai Indians. Can you start off with Chennai Super Kings, please?
I think to start with Ashwin, I think back at Chennai after all the retirement, and I think before that he had a fantastic game in Chennai against Bangladesh. So I think he wanted to be back and end his playing career at Chennai and in CSK. I think recent
And
interviews
along
also
with Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
along with MS, I think who has been a huge factor in his starting stage of his career. So I think Ash is someone you definitely watch out for, especially in Chennai. If the ball starts gripping a little bit, I'm sure he'll create his trickery. He's up to all those scientist brain of his will be working overtime, and we can watch all those kind of tricks that's associated with Ashwin. Coming to the other two guys. Current back at CSK, I think that's a huge thing. He was pretty much a gun player for them during those
True.
times. I think his left arm angle as well as the slow off cutters going away from the right handers. He can be a very wicket taking bowler, and not to forget he's a decent bat as well in the middle overs. He can be used as a floater anytime for them, and I think he'll add a lot of value to a CSK team, which is already at the lower middle order. That's where their powerhouse is. I think he can be used as just that link between that top order and the lower powerful players they have. I think he'll do a good job for them. Others, Rohit, Tilak, but Bolt back at MI colors from his Rajasthan Royals team.
Absolutely.
I think the new ball, we know Bolt strikes up front with the new ball. His record in the power play is second to none. So I think Bolt, but I'm not sure in Chennai how much of swing will
Yeah.
be available. Yes, the new stands do aid a little bit of sea breeze there, but still I'm a bit skeptical. But the class of Bolt can never be doubted. Rohit, I think we just spoke about him. I think he'll be that fearless, chilled
Absolutely.
Mumbai slang will be going here and there. I think he'll enjoy and making sure nobody's in the garden that he likes to see. People should be switched on.
But he's no
Tilak
more
is
the
one guy
captain, I must say. But he's going to do his duties. He's no more the captain, but I'm
definitely.
sure he's going to do his duties, Rohit Sharma, and see what comes out in place. Tilak Verma, as you rightly said, I think he's become so matured nowadays.
Yeah, because I think in the South Africa tour as well, I think he got those hundreds, and I think he's looking the player that is going to get in that next level for Team India. Because from T20 he'll graduate to the other formats as well, and also a guy who can ball a little bit of off spin as well. I think a long time India was searching for batters who can ball at least a little bit. I think Tilak, not just with his batting, he's a dominant character as well, but a little bit of
Mhm.
bowling. I think that help in his selections during those one odd choices here and there. And I think
Absolutely.
in Mumbai, that setup I think has grown as a player and as a leader also. I think we saw in the Emerging Cup he was the captain there. I think all these things I feel he's growing up to become the next leader. So I think this season will be something. He's the player to watch out for me if I'm a Mumbai Indians fan. How Tilak Verma goes, may just see how MI perform also this season.
Player to watch out for the season, according to you, is Tilak Verma. I think if he gets going as a bowler also, then a perfect replacement of Suresh Raina, which we're waiting for years, will be on the cards. Battles, three key battles I've selected for the Mumbai versus Chennai game. Let's take a look into that. Three top battles I've gone with, starting with Ruturaj Gaikwad versus Trent Bolt. He has been dismissed three times by Trent Bolt in the new ball. Ravindra Jadeja versus Rohit Sharma. They have a score to settle. 18 innings, out of which three times he has been dismissed by Ravindra Jadeja. Sky versus Patirana. Three innings, all three times has been dismissed by Matisha Patirana. Which one are you definitely watching out of these three, Rohan?
I think the first one, because if Bolt can get Gaikwad, I think that will open the doors for MI to get through CSK, because he's the
Okay.
one who kind of is a calming influence at the top of the order. He plays those nice drives,
Yeah.
and he's anchor around which the others also kind of know their roles, like a Dubey, Tripathi. All these guys are flamboyant players. I think Gaikwad, yes, he can up the gear, but initially he can be the guy who can watch out, be a bit steady. But he has that susceptibility to the incoming delivery, which someone like a Bolt can get him trapped up front, or even get him edging to the caught behind or anything. So I think that battle will be very much keen for me. And if in case someone like a Mitch Santner plays, I think how well he bowls to the CSK batsman, because he's also familiar with the Chennai conditions.
Yeah.
And recently, I think he was a phenomenal bowler in the Champions Trophy as well.
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
Mitch Santner again is a guy to watch out for in these conditions, with not just with the ball, I think with the bat as well. And as you
True.
said, Rohit with Jaddu. I'm not sure how that will go, man, because both are gun players, will not let go of the. I mean, pretty sure Jaddu will be reminding Rohit of each and every stat that we just mentioned. I think that'd be a good banter going along. But I think Rohit Sharma, in the present thing, he may look to attack, but Jaddu is not an easy guy to slog. He'll be accurate on the stumps. You miss high, it will be his mantra. So I think it will be a good battle to watch out for. But Tirana, I think, is a death throw specialist that CSK have.
Yeah.
Surya's lap shots and all those things, I think he has curbed it pretty well. If in case Surya manages to bypass Patiran a little bit, I think he can take a bit of risk at the opposite end of the bowlers as well.
Okay, so you've given your thoughts on three of them. You're saying Bolt versus Gaikwad will be the most important one in terms of deciding the game. That's all we have for the battles. Let's take a look into the predicted playing 11, starting with the home side, the Chennai Super Kings. This is what I've gone with in terms of the predicted playing 11. I've gone with Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway as my openers. I'm really gutted not to have somebody like Rachin Ravindra. Sam Curran, I have promoted him up the order, batting at number 4. He's done that previously for this franchisee. I've Jadeja, Dhoni, Ashwin in the middle order. Patirana is there, and I've wanted to slot in somebody like a Noor Ahmed in these conditions in Chennai. This is what I've gone with an impact sub of Deepak Huda. Your thoughts, please?
Yeah, I think pretty much good. You can have one more option, maybe a Vijay Shankar also can come in if required. But Noor Ahmed, again, a guy to watch out for. Left arm
Yep.
Chinaman can be a bit deceptive to pick also. I think he'll be another guy that may not be easy for MI to decode and play him, because not many such bowlers around. So I think CSK for me pretty much set 11.
Settle 11. I'm really thinking twice before I say that Rachin Ravindra still deserves a
Yeah.
spot in the side. Maybe in place of Conway. That's the only option I see. Otherwise, not. What about the Mumbai Indians playing 11? Let's take a look into this one. No Hardik Pandya for the first game of the season. So Suryakumar Yadav leads the side. Rohit Sharma is there. Ryan Rickelton, I'm very excited to see how he goes. No Hardik Pandya, that automatically brings me into the equation. Will Jacks is my overseas player in that middle order alongside Ramandir. Then I have the others. I have Mitchell Santner because of the conditions. There is Karan Sharma, Deepak Chara. I'm having a debutant player, Ashwini Kumar. I think they need a little bit of seam attack out there. There is no Jasprit Bumrah alongside Trent Bolt.
Yeah, I think this is the need of the hour kind of 11. Since one guy is missing out, I think they're trying to fill a lot of holes there.
True, true.
But again, the lot of expectation will be on someone like Rickleton. He's come off a good SA T20. I think if he fires, I think that will relieve a little bit of tension on Rohit as well and help the team moving forward. But one guy, I think a lot of people had paid big bucks last season, Robin Mins, as an impact player. I think he's called the
Yeah,
Chris Gale of Jharkhand or something. So I think
yeah,
if he gets going, again, someone to enjoy for the cricket fans there in Chennai who are the most
true.
knowledgeable fans, as they say. So I think these guys can lit the Chennai up and good fun for everyone to watch.
100%. He's there in my impact sub if required. But you've said about Robin Binns, he's in red on form. He can be a probable option into the playing 11. Talking about predictions time now, you will be now in the hot seat. It's the El Clasico to decide. Chennai versus Mumbai. Predictions time now. Is the all important Tata IPL 2025 match number 3, CSK versus Mumbai Indians. Your predictions for this game, please, Rohan.
I'll say 50-48 to CSK.
Okay.
That's the only reason was 5 plus 2 is 7. Tala for a reason. So I think
Okay.
that's slight edge. And since it's Chennai, I think that little edge for CSK is what I'm giving for. No hard feelings for Mumbai, but just the first game at Chennai, we want that MS special going on.
Okay, so 52-48 in terms of Chennai Super Kings. I think that 2% CSK is getting could be the unavailability of Hardik Pandya. That could be a possibility, the reason why you're saying so. That's all we have. El Clasico Super Sunday, second game on Sunday. Sit back and enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.